Welcome. Sorry, I'm a little bit longer from the start screen tonight. Oh, right, Garrus. Okay. Okay. I guess we're starting with the K. Guess we're starting with a K. Hey everyone, welcome to Belfast TV Live. It's Thursday night. The 4th of March. No. Garrus. This is more sabotaging Firefly sometimes, this cat. Oh dear. Oh. He just keeps readjusting himself to as much as he likes, regardless of how much it might actually negatively impact my prestigious high quality stream. But yes, welcome to the stream everyone. Main goal for tonight is to watch party the 4th Omen movie as part of the franchise work through, which will culminate with a somewhat produced top 10. That's a plan. Although we can hold off for a little bit, let people filter in, hang out a touch. And now Garrus is just comfortable, so he's just gonna make my life difficult. Also, I can't actually do anything until the cat moves, and he's just gotten comfortable, so we're in chit chat mode for a little while. I hope that's okay, everyone. Don't want to disturb Garrus. He is the cutest. He can do anything he wants. Yeah. So he was acting a little bit weird earlier today, actually. I thought there was a ghost or something in the corner of the hallway. He was just kind of staring, and he kept running back to the same spot no matter how many times I moved him. He eventually gave up and stopped, but it was weird. I assumed he was seeing something in the wall or the ceiling. There was a spider or something, but there was nothing. I couldn't see anything. It was weird. But he was very distressed about the whole thing as well. Oh, but he's back to his old self. In that regard. Yeah. Oh, I take a drink of my water cap. But it's hard to open with one hand because it's not been opened yet. I cannot recommend ways in which someone might find a TV movie such as Omen 4. Maybe Tyler will help you. Should Tyler appear? I saw he was fixing pipes or something. Pretty cat. Pretty cat. A lot of his weight's actually in my hand right now. That's at just at the bottom holding him up. And it's starting to get kind of sore. Can I switch hands, cat? Will you allow me that pleasure? Alright. 299 on real good. I've never heard of real good. Yes. Yeah. Oh. I was wanting to give you an update of the scores. Obviously, the top 5 are on the screen. But a full rundown. Garrus. I'll just use both hands. That's how I'll stop it from hurting. Extra support. Now TV. Now TV's a thing in the US? That's a UK thing. Unless it's also in the US. Yesterday's movie was bonkers. You should watch it. You guys watched the movie on Discord? What was the movie? Hey Chris. I myself was busy enjoying Dynamite, and then I had some recording to do. Oh, Garrett. Oh. 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 The Shaq meme from that is hilarious. Yeah, Shaq put on a show. I won't deny that. I wasn't expecting to enjoy the Shaq match as much as I did. He went through a table. He took a bump. Most celebrities who show up for a celebrity match don't take a proper fall like that. All my friends are dead. I don't even think I've heard of it. Maybe I have heard of it. Garrus, I'm trying to get my hand to the mouse so I can look at... Garrus is just doing what he wants. Now my face has been pushed over this way. Kitty! Oh. 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 Not that I think you being cute on camera is not good for the stream overall. Garrus. Oh. He's so cuddly. He loves the cuddles. Oh, oh. He's lightly purring in my ear right now. Or just beneath my ear, I should say, but don't breathe it on my neck. A neck, what might I add, that is starting to get a little bit sore. Because it's at a bit of a weird angle to accommodate for his feline highness that's currently using me as a throne. Alright, Garrus. I'm going to have to insist that my head go more straight up. And that you just deal with that in any way Can I say I'm not in the mood for my movie tonight? If that's the and more. That was the potential and more. Yes. But if you do not wish to do your movie tonight, that's fine. We can spin that and more into whatever more we wish. Which is the beauty of the more. Also, Garrus has finally vacated the premises. And by premises, I mean me! Okay. I can sit up now. With posture resembling something that's good. Maybe not quite good, but resembling something that's good. You know, Cindy, I watched the half in the bag about Willy's Wonderland now that I've seen the movie. Only to find that they probably hated it more than most of us did. But they raised a point that I kind of had I thought of as I was watching it, and I don't think I mentioned, was how small the restaurant was, and that the ball pit was like right next to the tables, which seemed a bit odd. But they went all in on how unrealistic and cheap the one room set was. American Pie meets Final Destination. Well, that's a pitch. A pitch if I've ever heard one. All right. So yeah, I'll give you a rundown of the current scores beyond the top 5. Obviously, you got Ridboy at 44, David at 38, Chris at 30, Cindy at 26, Tyler at 19. I'm not going to do the order for this because it's kind of hard at this point to quickly gauge the tally marks. Elsa's at 14, Renegade's at 16, Fletcher's at 13, Allison's at 11, Tim's at 8, The Deep is at 11, Eric's at 6, Hero's at 5, and Nico's at 4. So that's the full scope of the scores as it currently stands. Not really Final Destination, can't think of a better reference. Okay. Sounds interesting if nothing else. I had a nap for a bit. Not just there, I got up like maybe an hour and a half ago or something like that. And my voice is still kind of hoarse. I mean, it probably doesn't sound that different, but I feel like it feels a bit different at the back. I don't think my mouth is completely woken up yet. I enjoyed them talking about Dick the Birthday Boy again for about another 5 minutes, but I think it's comparing it to the Banana Splits movie was kind of eye-opening in a weird way, because I didn't love that movie either, but I thought it was more serviceable, which is something they seem to agree with. But when they specifically pointed out how many like characters were at least defined in that movie and had their own little threads before they got killed, it definitely made, because I remember thinking at the start of Willy's Wonderland, the whole thing about how we have no internet in the town felt like a really lazy writing thing that I think is supposed to be funny. But that was something they went all in on their review, was just how lazy everything in the script was to justify why certain things were the way they were. Like, why is this thing here? It's because it's the lazy, cheap option. We don't have to explain it. Why is this character never done this till now? Because it's the easy thing. And I couldn't believe it. They made the same comparison for the roof scene. I mentioned it reminded me of the room. Talking about how it feels like on a roof with just like a backdrop that looks really bad. I was thinking of the room, and they made that exact reference in that review, which really made me laugh. It wasn't even that funny a moment in the review, but it made me laugh because because that's exactly what I thought. That was a bit of a personal moment of enjoyment. Yeah, not good. Hopefully the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is actually good. Because so far, because it kind of falls into a wider thing, I think, where, and I mentioned this when we were watching it, but it's not really trying to do the type of horror that the game actually does. I mean, the actual core premise of the game is that you're in the security room and you have to watch all the cameras because you don't know where they're moving to, and you have to try and keep your eyes on them, but you have limited resources to like close the security doors to keep yourself safe. Now, I'm not saying that the movie literally has to be someone in a security room the whole time, but try and make a movie about why that horror works, rather than just the animatronic things. The horror works because it's about where are they? They're coming for me, and I'm in danger. This is the build-up, suspense to the big jump scares. So it's weird that the movies that have kind of ripped it off or are trying to tap into its popularity aren't really doing that. It's kind of the same thing I hear about the Resident Evil movies, is that the Resident Evil movies don't take anything that made the games work. Now, you can't obviously just take it exactly, because the reason why I get into this story that is admittedly really kind of just silly B-movie absurd in those early games is because I connect to it through the interactivity of walking through the world, of picking up the notes, of feeling the atmosphere. It's very different because it is interactive. So it's a different set of tools. But the thing that makes Resident Evil works for me in the game is the idea of trying to survive, finding safe spaces, getting through some sort of crazy puzzles, just stuff like that. And the movies didn't take that. They just took the idea, oh, this has kind of a silly plot, and just made it as silly as possible and kept going further into the cheese. So what I'm saying is, if you don't necessarily have to do a direct adaptation. I'm just saying that try and make a movie out about what the game actually, or what the original story made people feel. Try to recreate that feeling, but using the tools that filmmaking offers versus the medium of video games, or the medium of a book, or the medium of whatever. Anyway, it's a longer narrative point to make, but so if the whole point of Five Nights at Freddy's is that you feel unsafe, that these things are coming for you and you don't know where they are, that's the feeling that they should be doing everything they can to put into a movie that's trying to capitalize on it. Instead, it's Nicolas Cage just beating them up with a stick. But hey, yeah, I shall finish my rant. That's your short review. Until inevitably, people make us do it on streams, which is annoying because I'll have to watch it again. Now, Psycho Gorman, that was a movie that mostly delivered on its promise. Next Nick Cage movie is a bit more wild. I certainly hope so. What is the next Nick Cage movie? I don't actually know what it is off the top of my head. If I know it at all, that is. See, that sounds great, but it also sounds like it might be nowhere near as good as it should be. Like, the premise sounds amazing. But the premise to Willy's Wonderland sounded amazing. I guess I always kind of go back to My Name is Bruce, which is not terrible, but it's like Bruce Campbell's playing himself, but he actually has to take on monsters. Because you kind of get this idea in your head of what that could possibly be, but then it's just not good enough to actually really capture your imagination. You're kind of hoping for the Bruce Campbell version of Galaxy Quest in a lot of ways. And it's just low budget enough that and it's not fun enough or witty enough to really pull it off. So that's my worry when I hear a concept like that. But I hope it's good, because it sounds like it could be good. I guess it boils down to people have a great idea, but they don't actually have the talent to pull the idea off. And it's equally important as having the idea. I'd say even more important. You can take like a really generic premise that's been done 100 times before and put it in the hands of competent people, and they might actually turn it into gold, despite the fact that it's just the same old premise that we've seen a million times. But the dream is the matching of the good, fairly new idea with the talent to achieve it. And now almost anyone can make a movie. Yep. Yep. Which is both, I mean, it's both good and bad. There's a lot more, like, Z-grade garbage that fills up stuff like Amazon Prime that is just painful to get through. But on the upside, once in a while, you get those gems, those new creators who, with almost no money, prove that they're worthy of being paid attention to. And those are worth all the crap. It's just, there's a lot of crap. It's basically both the best thing and the worst thing about the advancement of technology is that, yes, almost anyone can pretty much try and make a movie now. That is both the best thing and the worst thing. But when it's best, and when someone slips through, when you know, when Gareth Edwards makes a Monsters, or when, you know, some of the better directors that have come out of these like really low budget things, it's like, yeah, it's like, all right, we've struck gold here. So hey, there's my Willy's Wonderland rant. Kick off the stream. So, WandaVision finale tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Should hopefully have the review up tomorrow as well, since it's actually quite a quiet day. Recording wise, Connor's busy. I am recording something else late on, but not. I've got most of the day free, which probably means some editing will be getting done. I've done a radio edit of a shorter character video from Kong Skull Island. It's a little bit later than what I got the other ones done, but the beauty of those short ones is that there's no real time frame for which I should have them done by. So if they take a bit longer, take a bit longer. And not every episode needs to get one, necessarily, if I don't think there's material there. Because I actually just put together the full version of the new episode of The Ace, which will go out early for patrons tomorrow, which is Godzilla King of the Monsters. And there might be a short video in there, probably about the monsters instead of the humans this time, I would imagine. But I'm not sure. Like, you know, I go through it and I sort of cut it up and color code all the different topics so that I can easily kind of assemble things later. And I don't know if there was anything sticking out to me that was a strong enough talking point that would make its own little video. But yeah, maybe I'll look through the section and see if anything sticks out to me. I think the most passionate thing we talked about in that was definitely the monsters. So, in a good way as well. Whereas in Kong, the most passionate thing we talked about were the humans, but not in a good way. We were passionate in how bad they were. Not that there's not a lot of bad humans in Godzilla King of the Monsters either, but there's other things distracting us from the bad humans in that movie. And maybe perhaps more to the point, more often. Or often enough. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. If you're a patron, the bonus bit that could cut out of King of the Monsters was up. Oh, I thought that's what Cindy's just mentioning. So the outtake for Ace. You guys almost missing out the most obvious. So that didn't take me that long to mention Ghostbusters. Come on now, come on. We were too busy with our deep cuts. Tara brained up Batman Forever, and then I was hitting people with the Smashing Pumpkins song off the Batman and Robin soundtrack. Sometimes I'll wait until the episode's posted before I put up a bonus bit from something, but it was easy to just export out that little clip before I continued editing. so I'll put it up now. A little 4-minute clip, people can have it. I think, because that's the sort of thing that I might have left in, but it happens right at the start of the review, and I felt it was far too tangenty right at the start, before we even really started talking about the movie. That I kind of have to take this out, but it's a nice little 4-minute chunk, so that's why the bonus bit was conjured in the first place. So those little decent bits of conversation that need to come out of the episode. I'm sad to see that the episode 2 of Superman review isn't doing that hot, because the first one did fairly well. And it's a shame because I thought the conversation was quite good. For a 42-minute CW episode of a TV show, we talked for over 50 minutes, entirely on topic, with actual interesting things to say. So hopefully builds a little bit over the week. But I'm almost pretty sure that my WandaVision review tomorrow is probably going to go up quicker. It just is how it is. Yeah, the debris pilot's over 400 now, I think. It's been a while since we had something naturally go that high. And I say naturally, what I mean is it's not just a random weird spike. It actually feels like it's built up at a rate that feels natural and whatnot, which is good. It's one of the better reasons to keep up with new pilots, is that pilot reviews do tend to do a little bit better, I guess. It is Rude Boy. However, be warned that you do not get the PS5 upgrade if you claim the Plus version. The free Plus version, that is. You have to have bought the game to get the PS Plus upgrade, or the PS5 upgrade rather. I was actually just going to the channel's back end to see what the current debris count was at, because I was curious. I mean, Superman, it's going to hit 100 later tonight probably, so it's not doing that badly, but it does feel a bit slower than the first one. Yeah, debris, oh, is it almost at 450 now? Oh. Not a ton of likes. The like ratio to view count is a little middling, I would say. It's kind of the opposite of like WandaVision, which I somehow, you know, comfortably get into the mid-20s in the likes constantly. Joe's been kind of consistent recently though. Babylon 5, that me and Tara do, has been doing, you know, it seems to be consistently now hitting 200. And is almost at 30 likes. Like the last like 3 in a row have all been almost at 30 likes. So there's a definite little dedicated audience that loves those Babylon 5 videos, which is good. Which is good. It outperforms Twilight Zone most of the time now, quite comfortably. It's just that sometimes Twilight Zone, after it's been there for a while, will build up a bit more, kind of in hindsight. I'm just laughing. Allison commented on the Superman review, the new episode, and she's very enthusiastically saying that she called that I would bring up aspect ratios. Hey, if anything, I'm surprised I didn't mention it in the first episode. But give me a chuckle. You may enjoy it. Yeah, WandaVision's doing okay. I think Joe does. We're missing right now. We're missing like a few good weekly TV shows to talk about. We are. And people like the Queen's Gambit reviews, and the next one. We've both watched the next one, and it was supposed to record last night, but I was too swamped after the almost hour-long Superman talk, and I was like, yeah, let's just do this later. But obviously we're months behind on that, so it's not quite doing the numbers that it would have done if we'd been doing it when it came out. And well, that's fine. I mean, there's no point crying over it. It's the hams. But we are missing a couple of juicy shows that are weekly, because, you know, just, or not even stuff that's juicy, just consistent enough. Because WandaVision is consistent, for sure. And maybe Superman will be relatively consistent as well. We need something else, so we need something that's a bit more enticing on a weekly basis. I don't know if anything coming up going to fill that void, but I don't think we realised how lucky we were, perhaps, for some of a couple of years ago when there was just constant, like 2 or 3 really discussion-worthy things on every week. It might just be because obviously there's less shows right now, because now we're getting to the stuff that was actually filmed during the pandemic, so they're a little fewer and further between overall. Yeah, I don't even have any pilots written down on the April schedule right now. It probably is something that I've just not put down yet, but that is unfortunate. But hey, start reviewing Bridgerton. I thought, is that really for us, Elsa? I don't know. It's a shame Connor was so not into Debris, because I'm definitely willing to watch more of that, but I'm not so sure how much solo reviews of that would work. Basically, I'm calling him a party pooper. He pooped on that party. Pooped, I tell you. Pooped. I'm a party pooper and a party war. So stinky. It's so stinky. When in drought, you have to roll with the punches. There's a logic to that, I suppose. I mean, hell, if you go back to like 2016, you'll notice that there's almost no movie content. It's just TV. But part of the reason why stuff other than the streams was started was to ensure that there was always something to go out, even when there was no shows. If if we happened to hit a time where there was no new shows to talk about, there'd be consistent streams. There'd be consistent Star Trek. Influx was a thing at the time. Obviously, that's kind of been replaced by Ace. Comics podcast, obviously, consistent. Outside of that 1 month last year where there was no comics coming out, but that was a very rare occasion. A rare blip caused by world events, which is not likely to repeat, probably. Or if it, I mean, it literally had never happened. I think the only comparison is that maybe there was like a, if New Comics Day falls on a weird day for Christmas and New Year, maybe there'll be a week with no comics. But that's very different to over a month of no comics, which I don't think had ever happened in the past several decades, so... Whoa. 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 Let's have a quick peek at what's coming up, shall we? Let's see if there's any new shows that stick out as being must-tries. Oh, I'm hearing a kitty at the door. The Irregulars. It's a drama coming March 26th. A group of teens in 19th century London help Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson investigate supernatural crimes in their dark take of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle classic stories. Yeah, that seems like something worth checking out. Sure. Potentially. I generally agree with you in the whole Cersei thing. Aha! Vindication! Do the Holt gif. Forgive me, Firefly was calling. Got my head bit off for that opinion on the show. Those two King Arthur nerds. It says the Avalon. Well, to those of us who aren't losers, the story was still pretty good, but that element did feel a little bit just kind of random. A firefly. You could sense all the love and Garrus was getting earlier, and you got jealous, didn't you, Firefly? You're like, I'm coming for my lap time. I'm coming for Pooty Cat. Heaven. Yes. I'm going to wipe your eye, cat. You always get, like, weird crust at the corner of your eyes, Firefly. Maybe I only see it on you because your furs are much lighter. So it sticks out more and annoys me more, but... yeah, it was a weird week. I mean, this is an exciting week in comics. Got Infinite Frontier, got return of actual regular books again. Should be exciting. Should be exciting. Oh, oh. Dude, I never really considered that a trope before, but now you mention it, I suppose it kind of is. Part of me wants to make a comparison to the story of Jesus and a magical date rape, but I shall I shall simply say that and move on. Mary got done dirty, that's all I'm saying. Mary got done dirty. Firefly. Yeah. It's almost 4 my time. Might as well wait for David now to start the movie. Because I'm sure he's going to be so excited to watch the Omen 4. Yeah. Ooh. Ah. That's my knee your claws are digging into. Don't be foolish now. Treat my knees with respect. Oh, he's down. Oh, he's decided to jump down and sort of headbutt my hand instead. I think he's I said that's better. For anyone who didn't notice, I did stream on Twitch for a couple hours late Tuesday. Trying out Yakuza, Like a Dragon. Interesting story in that game so far. I do plan on playing more of it. I did pay full price for the game, despite the fact that I really shouldn't have been spending any money on such things. But, you know, one caves occasionally. I really like the idea of getting an actual PS5 game for... again, so because I actually have done a pretty good job so far of finishing all of the PS5 like the actual PS5 games I've got. I platinumed Miles, I platinumed Astrobot, I finally beat a Souls game with Demon's Souls, and I've finished Dirt 5. In fact, I've almost platinumed it. All I have to do now to get the platinum in Dirt 5 is drive 1,000 miles. Which I have to be super close to. Because I've just been playing random tracks, like a few a day for like a couple of weeks now, trying to get up to that figure. But there's no indication of how close I am to it, which is really annoying. March 11, Coven of Sisters, new movie. We don't really have like a general movie review show anymore because Connor really doesn't have the time. I mean, right now we don't even have like. Some of the things we're doing are a little inconsistent because of his new work schedule. So any just general new movie reviews would probably just be me. I don't have a general non-horror, non-sci-fi movie review. It's a shame you don't do real life murder because there are so many of those on Netflix. Oh, right. Oh. True crime is huge right now. I'm not a big true crime guy. It's not that I dislike it per se. It's just I think it's fine to watch, but I don't really do it that much, and I don't think I'd have much to say about it if I did watch it. Hey Firefly, why don't we start a new Mystery Science Theater style show where I'll get you and the other two cats to sort of sit in front of the screen and you can be the silhouettes and I'll do voices for you where you make fun of the movie. Just going through my upcoming Netflix trying to find a hidden gem. I appreciate it, Elsa. I do appreciate it. Oh. Oh, Firefly. Firefly's purring away, he's staring at me. He's up on his two back legs with his front paws resting on my leg. He's being kind of adorable. But with a look in his eyes that says, I want something from you. Give me my thing, human. Probably food. Because to be fair, Firefly wasn't in the kitchen for the last two cat feedings. He kind of just never bothered coming in, so he probably is hungry versus the other two who were well fed. New Netflix sci-fi series called The One comes out next week. The One. Let me see. I assume this will be a Thursday or Friday because that tends to be Netflix's release days. Oh, I don't think it's Friday. That's not Thursday. Oh, maybe it is a different day. Yeah, when did Netflix start putting things out on holidays? Yeah, I'll just control F. Let's just... Oh, here we go. What is this? March. Oh, it's Friday. I just glanced over it. Hannah Ware stars in this 8-episode Netflix adaptation of John Marr's novel set in the near future, when a simple DNA test can determine your soulmate. Oh, I think I vaguely remember reading the description for this. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. On the TV news. Alright, I'm going to go to the bathroom, guys. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. Chat amongst yourselves. And I shall return. Back. You gotta go, you gotta go. I also fed Firefly. And turned the heating on, because it's actually kind of cold. It's at that really annoying period where I thought I was over having to put heating on, but it's still kind of fluctuating low enough some days, or some nights, that it used to go on. I am sure that in about 3 weeks' time, probably by the end of the month, I'll probably not have to turn it on again until like September. That is my, maybe even October. That's my estimate. Oh, how are people? How are people? Yeah, I haven't asked anyone actually. How is everyone? How are people doing? I'm a bit chilly. How about anyone else? I was reading the shock at the plot of the new Space Jam on Twitter while I was in the bathroom. Sounds insane. Turned on the heater the past 2 nights also. Yeah, still a bit chilly. Because there was a little bit there where I didn't need to, but it's kind of, it's not, I mean, it's not that cold. Like, compared to what it was a month ago when it was icy outside and it was, like, unbearably cold. I mean, that said, what it is right now is probably unbearably cold to you, Elsa. You're too accustomed to a warmer standard of living. That said though, the one good thing about it being cold is that it's much easier to warm up when it's cold than it is to cool down when it's hot. I've always had that opinion. I find the clammier nights of summer to be the worst nights of the year. I can't handle your chili. Oh. My winter is your summer. That's maybe stretching it a little bit, but yeah, the point is clear. Oh, everybody today. You know, if you watch Bridgerton, you need to name the video Scotsman watches Bridgerton to get people curious. Why? What? I have no idea what Bridgerton is. What about being Scottish makes me watching it clickbait, for lack of a better term? I wasn't planning on it, Elsa, no. Firefly was being annoying at the door, weren't you, Firefly? Yeah. Ah, shut up. You're so middle-aged now, Firefly. You're so middle-aged. Now Garrus wants in. Oh my god. Oh. We're doing clickbait? Potentially, David. Those sorts of videos just make people curious. Are you saying that I should title every review from now on Scotsman tries this thing? Scotsman tries, I don't know. But pick your show. If I try this, I'm going to hate myself for doing it. But I do accept that it sadly might work. Who's my push pushy? Yeah. Firefly. Such a menace. Former Marine reacts to Full Metal Jacket. I almost like the idea of doing like a parody of that kind of thing. Like I don't know. Bus driver reacts to Eyes Wide Shut. Chef reacts to Apollo 13. Engineer tries. I don't know. Engineer tries invasion of the body snatchers. I don't know. Just things that actually have nothing to do or matter to the movie or whatever it is. That's really funny to me. I don't think YouTube will find it funny, but it's funny to me. Yeah, see, astronaut's not funny. Astronaut's the thing that they would actually do. I was suggesting doing silly things where... Oh. No. Firefly. Well, I'm glad David's arrived. Kind of. Are you happy, Firefly? I think you're happy. Alright. There's a draft getting in the door now. Before I forget, did you do previously? Unfortunately, we have not recorded previously, no. We have read, like, half the books for it. A Scotsman lawyer reacts to... Oh yeah, I'll just get a law degree so I can make YouTube videos. I mean, it's not like these people are putting their diplomas at the start of the videos. I could just pretend. I'll just buy a nice suit. I'll get a tie that Jimmy McGill wears. Alright. Yeah, that's fine, David. I mean, previously it's always going to be a little erratic. It's just the way it has to be. We got more stuff done this week, but Connor's work schedule's all over the place. What's your degree, Peter? My degree is in television production? I can't remember the exact title. I'll be honest, the exact title's escaping me, but it's basically television production. Hold on. Maybe it's just television, actually. Yeah, it's just television. Because I did a couple of years where it was called something different before transferring into the degree program at the university. So the title changed slightly, so I always kind of forget what it ended up being called. The skills I learned are far more important than the name. Firefly, don't look at me with that face. It's as if he's saying what skills. I learned skills. Yeah, some of them just have really generic titles. Verify. What's up, B? I just fed you. You should be happy. And yet you're up in my face. When are we watching the movie? Probably soon. But yeah. Is there any complaints to starting architect button? Not architecture, it's just architect. I would have guessed the degree would be called a degree in architecture, but fair enough. It's your degree. I shan't question. That's a fun degree to have, though. Sounds better than social studies and economics or something like something generic that David probably did. Isn't that right, Firefly? Information systems. I might fall asleep just reading that title. Information systems. Elsa's over there designing super buildings and funky staircases that make you go ooh and ah, this is all futuristic, and you're over there with a spreadsheet. I kid. I took it so I had a real degree, but all my electives were acting. Our system's a little bit different. We don't have these elective things that you do. At least not in the same way. Elsa is one of those people they saved in Deep Impact. Yeah, Elsa's got skills to contribute to society. I may or may not have designed several spreadsheets at work today. Oh, what a sexy life you lead, David. Yeah, let's put that in the E4 slot. I like that. And there it is, the E4. This is very good news. And that'll correspond to the E6 slot, which will give us a running total of the number of times that I have explained the uses of this spreadsheet. And that would explain how much time at work is spent looking at data. And data is important because we have data, we have input, we have output, we have flow. And if you know what your input is, you know what your output is, and output's very important. I guess you're right, Peter, is a bachelor's in architecture, but my title is architect. I'm making fun of spreadsheets. I don't really have anything against spreadsheets. I'm just making fun of something stupid. In the guise of entertainment slash jovialness. My title is nerd. Yeah, to be fair, that's probably my title. Reviewer, podcaster, nerd, cat dad. Ah, fire. The firefly keeps digging his closet in my knee like that. Maybe cat murderer. Why would I say cat murderer? Cat killer. Go for the alliteration. You'd be surprised how valuable someone who knows how to use a spreadsheet and Excel is. I don't think I would be surprised. I'm well aware how valuable that is to a lot of professional avenues. It's just a shame that a lot of the useful things aren't the most exciting things. I'm an Excel formula master. I am not. I had the most basic of training with Excel, which is how to make two cells form a mathematical function for the third cell to be the answer. I can do like a shopping list and get a total for my list. I can get an average of a bunch of numbers. That's about my extent of Excel use. But then again, I've never had to use it for anything more than that, so. But every so often I do update the an Excel sheet I've got of all of our content to track what's doing the best, including the audio numbers and things like that. Mainly I just like it though, because when I go back and input and check old episodes, it's nice to have some sort of like idea of how much it's changed in the last, say, 6 months. Like, how much has that episode of Streams changed in the last 6 months? Oh, I've got an idea because I have something written down from a previous time. I went through 47 applicants to get someone who could use Excel at advanced novice level. It was painful. I mean, if that's what if the job requires it, yeah, I imagine that is painful. I could stare. Oh, I've done it. I've done it. There was times, not so much recently, but there was times in the earlier days where me and Connor would sit and look at YouTube analytics for like hours and just sort of try and discuss and debate that would figure out ways we could change things or manipulate things to take advantage of the data. In fact, I'm looking at YouTube analytics right now. What did we have last March, April that got us so many clicks? Huge spike there. Weird. And it has to be said, the clicks for the last couple of months are a little down overall. There's a very kind of consistent average for the last couple of years, and it's 2021 ain't been super hot so far. I don't think anyone's reading Suicide Squad. I think you can probably just rule that one out. A lot of live streams. Maybe the live streams were adding to it. That's potentially true. Although I think I think maybe I switched to this channel by then. I can't remember. Yeah, Comics channel hit 100 subs. One 100 sub celebration. I wouldn't say I've noticed anything real change in the view counts for anything, but it's nice to hit it all the same. You want out Garrus? I don't know. We'll see how these newer top 10s and things do. It was Omen last March? February, because it was in theaters. So it was definitely... And it wasn't the last one, so it was definitely mid to early February. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that a lot of those views didn't come in March, though. What about Sensational Wonder Woman? I don't think there's a plan for that specifically. Well, we are going to be doing some of the issue 1s of the digital stuff. I don't know if that one was one that was considered, but... unless they're reading it without me knowing about it, but it didn't seem like people were going to be reading that one. Oh yeah, and Comics Folk, the forum for top 50 DC Comics characters is available. Let me, in fact, I'll go retweet the tweet I put out about that. Hold on. Tweet it again on the, slap it in the cloud bot. I mean, that's good for people who are in the streams, but obviously, I expect more people to. Yeah, here we are a year later. Yeah, it's will be a couple months, and we'll be back to normal. But sure, I'll do a new cloud bot timer for reminding that to people. Why not, after all? They go get the link again. Interval. Let's go. Okay. Timer added. Timer added. Okay. I've got a lot of tabs now. All of a sudden, let's close a few of these. I think we need to make a bingo card for this movie to keep us somewhat invested. Yeah. It did help with 50 Shades. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I actually got some new notepads for the actual notes. I'll use a big page for the bingo card though. Four by 4. Just a nice even amount. I mean, there has to be a couple of easy ones. I'm just going to put 666 in one of the squares. And for the record, I just kind of fill these in randomly. I don't put them in order, just so that whatever ends up being the various lines is just kind of random and accidental. For the sake of actually the excitement of getting a line or a column. So I put in 666. I suppose I should put in the oh, Thorn Industries, that's a good one. How about the how to describe it? Devilish music. music with haunting chanting or you know, however you want to describe it. Omen-esque music. Maybe that's a bit too easy, but so we have a girl lead character in this one. I think we have to put in animal stare. Doesn't have to be a dog specifically because there was a bird in one of them. So I'll put in animal stare. I'm tempted to put in the Cali for my actual B days, so my schedule after the 18th will be unreliable. Well, it depends what day March 15th is. Let me check what March 15th is. March 15th is a oh yeah, that's fine. That's a Monday. That's probably fine. Things are always a little bit, you know, subject to change, but that seems fine. I suppose also animal protector for the kid, in the same way that Damien had the dog and the bird. Animal protector. Human follower slash like servant. You know, because the first woman had the nanny. It was evil. Obviously the third one had like a whole army of people. So human follower, we'll say. I'll put in suicide, you know, because the first and third had a suicide death. Unless I want to get more specific and say like hanging, because it's possible, but I'll just do suicide. I think a couple of the wild off-screen death. Yeah, well, I'll put an off-screen death. I think this is maybe a wild one, but I think a couple of the funny ones should be. I should put in famine. I'll put in famine slash farming. Well, also I'll make it a twofer. If they talk about farming or famine, I want it. It's true, it's true. What else could be here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8 boxes left to fill. Evil smile. I'll take that. Evil smile. It's about as committed as an answer as I can give. Parent. May have to go for more generic things now that aren't as specific to the Omen franchise. Bow tie or bow and hair? Oh, because Damon had a bow tie. Okay. I see why you're saying that. It's more likely to be a bow in the hair if it's a girl, like, I guess. Attempted murder. Oh, you mean in the main kit? Oh, actually, do you know what one I'll put in? Fear of church slash Christianity. But yeah, I'll give you bow tie. I'll put a bow tie in. Bow tie. And we're counting a bow in here as the girl equivalent of that, I think. Okay. Attempted murder of kid. It is a reboot, yeah. Which makes me wonder if, like, I mean, this is the thing you could probably just look up before we even watch it. But I was going to say maybe like, being set in the UK potentially. But I mean, that's probably just in descriptions if we look it up. So that's probably too easy, that one. Too easy, that one. We have 4 boxes left. I'm going to put in decapitation. It's all for you. Oh, yeah, I kind of like that actually, because it's a kind of a reboot, so they might reuse a line, yeah. It's all for you or equivalent. Toy used as a weapon. Is that hand? I guess if you include the tricycle from the first one. I don't remember all toy related things though. Oh, actually, how about this one? Since it was a big factor in the first film, premonition / like sign of death. You know, in the first film, there was the photographs. I don't know why I specifically say photographs, but just that there's something that indicates that someone's going to die. So premonition of death, we'll call that. And then there's 1 box left. Do I just put in anal beads as a as a running theme from our bingo cards? Mark for death. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's a way of phrasing it. Mark for death. Right, one last one. Or do I just always have 1 box that says incredible amounts of sperm, just in case for some reason someone mentions sperm? The TV, that's a good point. It's a good point. They're unlikely to mention such a thing. They're unlikely to mention such a thing. Actually, I thought of one. Talking to crucifix / statue. You know, either a religious character pleading for help from God, or one of the villains saying they're going to kill God or something. There's no middle box. It's 4x4. There's 4 boxes that are equally middle-esque. Here's all the boxes, right? That's as I've filled them in. So we got farming / famine mention, suicide, attempted murder of kid, animal protector, 666, can either be visual or mentioned, evil smile, talking to a crucifix slash statue or some, you know, similar religious symbol. But it's the idea that someone's actually talking to it is the important thing. It's all for you. Fear of church slash Christianity from the kid. Animal stare. Bow tie slash bow and hair. Human follower slash like minion or whatever you might call it. An off-screen death. Decapitation. Thorn Industries. And premonition of death, aka mark for death. No wonder you never win. It needs to be 5? That would make it harder. That would mean there's 25 boxes, Elsa, instead of 16. Just because the middle one's blank, that would still be harder to get a line. And what do you mean, no wonder you never win? We've done this once before. And I almost won. I had 4 almost wins on that one card. I find your basis incorrect. And I think some of these are pretty safe bets, to be honest. Unless they really either go off the deep end or just somehow be as bland as possible. Which is, make no mistake, possible. Save this so we can use it for the next one. So what do you mean save it? It's on paper. If you want, I can circle them so that we can use the same grid again. I'll use a different colour pen on the remake. Don't listen to me, I'm lippy. Okay. Don't throw it out. Okay, don't throw it out. You want out, Garrus? Or you just stare in nice space? I think it's just a nice space. You're a little weirdo. Yeah. Little weirdo. Well, let's get set up then. Let's get. Well, I'm just going to crack open a new notepad for notes because I'm using the back of previously used pages, which is not very pleasant. I get a reporter's notepad because Dad no way for once. And this is for keeping notes on deaths and any other interesting beats I might want to note down. Okay, if people would like to get set up, I suppose I should get the movie poll timer ready. Just ignore my nonsense. Only a little bit, Elsa. Only a little bit. Right, music's gonna wait. We're getting ready to watch the Omen 4 Awakening, I think it's called. Something to that effect. How will you be watching, Pete? What do you mean? Like, where am I watching it from? Or do you mean if I'm watching on the computer? Hey, Tyler. Well, Tyler, I made a bingo card to make it more interesting. I'm watching it on the computer, so the audio will be muted, if that's what you're getting at, David. It stays on black for a few extra seconds, I thought, but it's if you're on Amazon, I'd want a watch party link. Oh right, okay. No, not on Amazon. And I'm not sure how it works, but when I rent something on Amazon, I'm not sure how it works with the watch party link if I bought it on Amazon UK. I mean, the stuff on Prime works internationally, I believe now. So, but I'm not sure. We can test it at some point, I suppose. But no, so we're watching the Omen 4. Tyler, would you like a rundown of what's on the bingo card, just in, so you know what we're looking out for? I don't even give a shit about turning off the light. I'll just watch it like this. I don't care. I legit don't care. I do need headphones though. Where's my headphones? Oh, cool. No worries, Tyler. No worries. Okay. Alright, well, let's do this shit then. Get it over with. I'm delighted to say it's the shortest, I believe, of it. I mean, it's still over 90 minutes, which still feels longer than it should be, but most of them have been closer to 2 hours, to be honest. I think. Well, maybe the third one was shorter, I don't know. But 2 was like an hour 51 or something like that. 97 minutes is my version. Is that matching up with other people? Starts on the 20th Century Fox logo. There's a few seconds of black though first, so I wonder if that's consistent with everyone. Maybe I'll go a couple of seconds in before the logo, just before the logo starts. I got a mint, by the way, to freshen my breath, and it's probably obvious, but I was tasting the food I ate earlier a little bit too much. Thank you, Elsa. Was that to get to 1666? I appreciate that. And you know what, Elsa? I'll give you a point. It's not quite $5, but I'll give you a point anyway. It's for the sake of the joke. I respect that you had to put in 472. That's a one-time thing. No one else think they're getting 472 points and spins. But yes, I shall give a spin. Whoa! Look at David taking the point. I actually have to update the visual scoreboard here. Yeah, no worries, David. No worries, Big D. Alright. And of course, if David survives till the end of the stream, he gets 2 points at the end. Alright, ready to do this? I assume people have checked that it's starting with the Fox logo by now. No one's said that that's different from what they've got. Yep. Good. Okay, good. Omen 4, The Awakening. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1 and press play, as I always do. So if you're all paused before the Fox logo, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. The Quiet Fox logo. Very eerie. Okay, I'm not going to count that 666. I could count that 666, but I won't. Wait, who voted great? Oh, Chris voted great. We got nuns. I'm feeling good about the religious boxes. This music's so different. This is like hijinksy music. At least 2 and 3 try to match the sort of demonic, hellish, like operatic music. I feel like I'm watching a family Christmas movie. Oh, themes from the Omen. So they're going to use the music at some point. No, Tyler. Rick Grayson and Dick Grayson, different characters. Uh, I hadn't considered that because I hadn't considered that anyone would want to actually put Rick Grayson as a separate character. Whoa! Well, the kid's staring. What's going on? Tyler's putting Dick in number 2. That sounds like Tyler. I'm assuming that was the nun's illegitimate child, and that's why she's so heartbroken. No? What? That's beautiful. Babies are all the same looking, alright? Also, every other goddamn baby. Uh, oh, oh, she's starting young. it's a scratch. Yeah, of course she doesn't need a doctor. Clay, you've never seen an ugly baby. Okay, I'll accept there's an uglier standard of baby, but a normal baby, of which many babies look, are pretty similar. Yeah, the baby accidentally scratching your face and immediately jumping to "my baby hates me" is ridiculous. Oh, maybe not a legitimate kid. We should have never been born. Whoa! Did we predict nuns slapping the shit out of each other? Go on, talk to the crucifix. Go on. Oh, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it. Let them fight. Let them fight. She's screaming at it. Say something. Say something to it. Damn you, you stupid nun bitch. Does screaming count? Yeah. Pap schmear is such an awful term. Sandy says yes. Oh no. Delia. Was that the closest girl name they could get to Damien? Was Delia? And by that I mean make it up. Because I've never heard of Delia in my life. Why not Daria or something like that? There's lady names with D. Fear of church, fear of Christianity. Crying during the christening. I'm counting that. That's his fear of church. In Christ. Hey, made for TV or not, it's actually shot in 185. And presumably on film. Oh, there's the music. I mean, I wasn't trying to suggest that hearing the name was worse than getting one. But it's a very unfortunate. Maybe it's a good thing that it's unfortunately titled. If we get bingo, we stop the movie, right? That's wishful thinking. Speak to it. Speak to it. Scotchman tries patch. I'm pretty sure it's physically impossible, but. Wait, was that a death? That was a death? I'm not feeling hopeful for this. Oh my god. That dress is ugly as fuck. uh. Oh, maybe I should have put anal beads in. Oh, it's Major Briggs. Major Briggs. Yeah, political ambition was definitely in the previous movies. We should have had that. So the nun's going to kind of be the photographer character in this, I guess. Kinda. What the hell is this monstrous shit? Not a smile. She's biting the Barbie's face off. Foreshadowing. I'm counting that as a death. Yes, and then when she ran away in fear, she was a nun on the run. Wait, is what the little girl's wearing right now the where I Know What You Did Last Summer stole their outfit from? Oh, I seen where the kid slightly lost. Oh, we're doing Pet Cemetery now. She was killed with the. We didn't have death by toys. I didn't think that one was likely, Elsa. Soon she'll have to defend herself and be a nun with a gun. Yep, yep. And then soon when she dies, she'll be a nun that is one with the sun. Wait, protector! Dog protector! That counts. Animal protector, the dog saved her. And they're even keeping the dog. Nunned and shunned. Later in life, she's going to get really depressed and do a lot of stress eating. And she'll be a nun who is a ton. Yeah, Jerome. Say that laugh. Oh, kill him with a lunchbox. Put the lunchbox. Oh! Oh, that was the evil smile. Evil, that is evil. Yeah, there was definitely evil smiling. Hey, to be fair, he did start it, and they're totally gaslighting their daughter right now. She probably deserved it. Come on, come on, get out. So anyway, that was an evil smile for sure. Also, I'm noting down lunchbox because this might be the best sequel. This is this is now in running for best sequel after that scene. Oh, he's just a little punk ass bitch. There won't be any trouble because I'm going to murder him. If this just follows her, like killing various kids and teachers at school, it could be amazing. Your time's up, Jerome. Your time's up. She's already had more lines than Damien ever did. this is this is actually way more bizarrely kids movie than the other ones. Uh, yeah, Jerome's a dead man. Oh, he pissed himself. Evil smile numbered. I mean, Damien smiled once in The Omen. She's gonna smile every 10 scenes. Or 10 minutes, rather. I know we can't wait. No, she's going to humiliate him first. There's going to be a campaign of humiliation. Oh, he's going to come talk to himself. Oh, no, he shot himself. Okay. He's like, nope. I ain't messing. That's one stone cold bitch. I ain't messing with her. I'm getting in my car and I'm leaving. Jerome's dad's also a chump. Actually, let me note down ladder piss. Decapitation! They basically. That's a funny shot. Uh, it was basically a knockoff of the glass panel death in the first movie. But yeah, you know, it's fine. I'll take it. It wasn't a bad death, all things considered. It was. I mean, there could have been more blood and stuff, but where are we? Decapitation. Our little angel's about to murder a horse. Oh, horse is scared. Oh, we should have put animal being scared of her. That was a big thing in the first one. The giraffes and all that. Just incredible amounts of menstruating. Menstruating can make the animals go wild. Turns out that pap smear was a thematic bit of foreshadowing. Yula's getting older in this than Damien ever was as well. Well, in the first one, anyway. Good boy, Ryder. She's already better than Damien. I agree with her. That is junk. Bunch of namby-pamby crystal healing bollocks. The universe wills it. Also, I don't know what the implication is about the Antichrist, the daughter of Satan. So this is your thing? The nanny's thing is that she has crystals? Um Oh god, she's bringing in like other crystal people help. Unless the crystals go into the Fortress of Solitude, I have no interest. Come on. Oh my god, the top of aura. He's from the Hellender TV show. Oh dear. Why do I feel like we went away from all the religious stuff now? Because we're now going down this stupid New Age crystal path. Although that said, the nun's still around. Oh, wait. Could say sorry. Yeah. Almost hit you with my car, kind of thing. Now. Oh, Dahlia's. Delia's got a snark. That's a nice dramatic shower scene. Is that an upside down cross being made in the steam? Oh, in the mirror, okay. uh, I hate this nanny. I hate her so much. This is someone that I would struggle to pretend to not hate for like more than 10 minutes if I was forced into a conversation with her. What is this? This is. Oh, that's a dramatic stare. Is he a potential follower? What are we still waiting on? 666. Farming, famine, suicide, attempted murder of kid. Hmm. Oh, pardon me. Here be dragons and unicorns. This is my hell. Everyone loves the psychic fair. I do kind of appreciate that every single psychic she walks past is freaking out. Like they're all sensing it. They're all sensing that she's the Antichrist. Whoa! That's how you grab a kid, as if you're going to kidnap them. Just like I saw it. They have a camera that takes photographs of auras. A Borgia? The fuck is a Borgia? I sup I suppose I should count this as a death. There's people burning. If only I get bonus points every time she had a creepy smile, because she's doing it constantly. She loves popping that creepy smile after doing something evil. I would too, let's be honest. Delia started the fire. Very true. Tyler, very true. She took your daughter to a psychic fair where a fire broke out. I don't know if I'd be as trusting as this mother. Should do a spin off of this of this movie. Do a TV show. And they can call it Deal or No Dealia. Lunch pail? I had a lunchbox got a pail. That was sudden. Spit to the face. Oh, oh, Damien's hair could never blow in the wind like this. This is great. She's actually walking to the house like a serial killer. That's great. uh, I mean, the movie's terrible, don't get me wrong, but this is on track to be more entertaining overall than the other two sequels. Oh, here goes the dog. I don't think I put down chat music, unfortunately. I just thought about it. You know what? For a TV death where they can't show much blood, that was amusing enough. The window slow motion was good. Landing on the little roundabout. Yeah. Okay. I mean, 666 has to come up. What did Delia like? Like she couldn't get pregnant, so Delia sort of started menstruating early and magically gave her the ability. Is that what we're going with here? Or demon spawn of a child might stab it, or me. I was gonna play my roundabout. Look, mom, I'm playing dead. Just like that bitch who died. She's like, yes, I've triggered PTSD. I plan to torment the mother. His name is Gene. Do you have particular feelings towards people who are named Gene? Gene is David's nemesis on the after party. Ah, the mysterious Gene. Don't bring your politics to the dinner table, Gene. This pair couple are just sitting there awkwardly as this weird family dispute is happening. Gene is definitely evil. Yeah, maybe they'll do this thing because the mum turned out to be evil, or the aunt, I should say, in Omen 2. He stood on the sand of the seashore and sold seashells by the seashore. Ah. Complaining about overpopulation to a pregnant woman seems like a bit of a tone deaf move to me, but okay. Famine! Famine! He said famine! We got famine! Sorry, I was trying to reach something. Still though, excited about the famine mention. What would you say? What'd you say? I want to hear it. Get some money. Try to bribe them? How many deaths so far? One, two, four, but technically more if you include random people in the background at the psychic fair. Actually, it's only three because we shouldn't really count the Barbie if you're asking that question. She isn't on the run. She vanished. Went into witness protection. Biblical witness protection. Not really talking about God though. You're talking about Antichrist. The big difference. Talking about big Satan. Help! I'm pregnant and I can't get up. So the first movie, the unborn baby was killed by tricycle collision. So I'm curious to see if if it'll happen. Maybe it won't though. Maybe the kid's going to be born. This is the guy who plays the Siskel and Ebert character in 1998 Godzilla. Now she's hiring a PI. A Carlene. A Carlene photograph. Oh, check out that cutting edge state of the art computer. Computer. Connor Audie. Connor Audie. Reverend Mother, did we order 2 clowns to perform? That's such a random good line. We have a clown situation. If you excuse us. Oh, is this his doing? Is this his distraction? Oh, great. Excellent. That's a great tactic. Did we order 2 clowns? Don't shit in my parade, Mom. Funny business. Har har. David got jokes. Now Satan knows who's after him. Oh, I feel like Satan should know that anyway. Isn't he omnipotent? Omnipotent? Just like God in theory? Yeah, the PI is going to get it though. He's probably the next one to bite it. Casually stealing some nuts. She's a prostitute now? Jesus. As long as nothing happens to the cat. That's the really important thing. Isn't that right, Pretty Cat? Yeah. Felicity. It's a bad sign. I shivered when I heard that name. So McKellen needs to get going soon. It's been a little while. Well, there's a baby. I guess. Sorry, Firefly. She's got the haircut Sting had in Dune. Please skip it. Well, I would spice the scene up a little bit. John Stewart. He's going to give her a photo or whatever to remind her where she's from, and it's going to completely ruin all this. Oh yes. Oh, nasty. Oh. I don't know if that's quite a death yet. I don't know if she's going to be dead. Pardon me. Oh, is this the actual death coming? I mean, the stakes are kind of the death. It's just she doesn't die till later in hospital. What are you gonna call him? Damien. This new Lady Evil. The movie got a lot duller when it became this detective investigation. It's not that it's even that bad or he's that. I mean, he's fine as an actor. It's just a little dull. The amount of upside down crosses in this movie. Joe, we're actually in danger of not getting a 666. I just miss it focusing on the girl and her doing shit to other kids or nannies or whoever. If he's killed with a crane, I'll count that as death foreshadowing. But not convinced yet. Oh, there's a crane. You know what? Premonition of death. I'm taking that one. I look away for 2 minutes. Yeah, he's saying like zombie nuns or something. There's a crane that. It's been a while since a death. They have to hit with this one. And all this really happens is a panic attack. When you actually step back and think about what he's actually just sort of done. Oh, look at the crane. Very ominous. I love how there's Christmas lights on the crane, just to make it pretty. It's just I kept staring at it in slow motion. Okay, egg cut was amusing. Yeah, the new nanny's definitely evil. She's like basically a trainer to. You have to pretend to be nice for a bit until we're ready to take over. What do I need for bingo? This one's not been as good as the 50 Shades one. I have a couple of doubles. A 666 and an off-screen death would give me one. A suicide and attempted murder of the kid would give me one. Suicide and animal stare would give me one. Off-screen death and Thorn Industries would give me one. It's all for you and a human follower, which I think we may have the human follower. Just not been revealed yet. Dun, 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 dun. You seem to be having more fun than watching this than the others. For the first half, yes, it's been a bit duller in the back half. There is some hilarity early on. UK, goes to England. Oh, Rome. Oh, okay. He's definitely leading towards Antichrist stuff. I'm going to return my videotapes. Maybe knocking? Knocking would help? That's a lot of stamps. What the hell? We don't have a lot left, do we? We got about 11 or so minutes left. So if you're all miserable, it's almost over. Oh. Just try to get comfortable. Tim only gave this 2 stars. Do you disagree with them? Are you feeling much higher on the film than that? Talk to the statue! Oh dear. Damien Thorn! Did we count that for Thor Industries? It's not a reboot! This was a really bold move to just go ahead and stab this guy. Plot twist! What? 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 What a reveal. This is nonsense. Oh, human follower. That's doctor counts. She straight up murdered this guy now. She's went off the deep end. Oh, the slow build of Gregory Peck. So for the record, I need a "It's all for you" would give me a column. "It's all for you" would give me one. So we have a direct reference to Damien. Not Thorn Industries specifically, but she's a follower too. Yes, yes, I expected as much. What's with the music? Also, why was her tactic for dealing with someone pointing a gun at her was to lunge right at her? Is she unfamiliar that guns fire in a straight line? Is that something she's not familiar with? So all this info just came from the Nun's journal? That was it? Ah. Yes, yes. Yes, mother. 666! Although they look terrible, but that is technically what they are. An off-screen death would also give us one now. Oh, attempted murder! Ah. If she chooses to give up, I'm not so sure we can... So, oh. Suicide! Which, okay, can I count that as attempted murder? Because she didn't choose to stop. She was stopped by the kid's power. Because that actually crosses off both attempted murder of kid and suicide, which, would you believe it, gives us a line. It was also off screen. You're right, it was also off screen. That gave us 3 things. Holy shit. Attempted murder of the kid, suicide, and off screen death. That's 2. We got a line and we got a row and a column. We get the top row and the left column there. Obviously the camera's flipped, so it looks a bit funny, but haha. Man, the final big scene gave us everything that we needed. Even the paths are upside down cross. Oh, I need to note down that last death. Was Damien not the actual Antichrist? I think he was, but he passed it down because he was dying, or he knew he was going to die, or something. I don't know. I think he was, but now she's the daughter of the Antichrist. She's the new Antichrist. After all, if Jesus can have a second coming. I'm not even sure why I'm noting that last death down, because it's definitely not making the top 10, but whatever. Yes. The dog was named Ryder. This is correct. Well, the doctor said that Damien is the whole, and now there's two twins, so I suspect they're equally half of the Antichrist each, or something like that, from the sounds of it. They're Damien split in two. I get the feeling that was left so that they could do a fifth one on TV if they wanted to. I would have loved to have seen, because the husband seemingly wasn't actually involved in anything. I'd love to have seen his reaction to, oh, your wife murdered your doctor friend and then killed herself in the house. We didn't really get his reaction to that news. Demonic Wonder Twins. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe they have to, like, join hands and go, like, Wonder Twin powers activate. Then people start dying. Yeah, she was going through a rough time, of course. Yes. Acting very erratically. I'd say the first half was more fun than the last two movies, but it didn't maintain that throughout the whole film, and the ending was very kind of abrupt and just whatever. So maybe slightly better than the last two, but not because it's actually better in a good way, just because it's more entertainingly bad. New slasher dropped on Shudder today. What is it called? Time's almost up to voting this, for the record. Credits are just wrapping up. We're at the ending disclaimers and the MPAA number and whatnot. It's called May. There's already a movie called May. Oh, Lucky is the title. I don't know if I'd say that sounds like a slasher to me. It sounds more psychological, but no matter. Ha see, ha ha he, ha see, he ha he, ha he ha, ha he ha, ha see. All right, poll done. A tie between bad and meh. Sounds about right. On the upside, we got just one left. And it could be the worst one, but it'll be worse in different ways because it'll have that shitty remake sheen to it. But it will be higher budget and whatnot. Was the little girl wearing a headband? That should count as a bow. I didn't know this was made in these. This was not made in these. I mean, we got two. We got a double whammy out of that bingo card. So hey, it worked. Oh well. Can't all be winners. And who suggested Omen again? Was it Chris? Everyone can blame Chris. I see. I see how. I see. I see how. It's a fun thing to pretend to sing. What we got going here? Okay. At least with the deep from now on. Maybe if it was a horror from the deep franchise, you could have suggested, perhaps. Hmm. Are we eventually watching the remake too? I mean, you say eventually, it's probably going to be like either this week or next week. So I would say we are going to imminently watch the remake. Do 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 do. Which way he was going to complain? I think there could have been worse choices. Everyone's been unhappy. Chris himself was unhappy when he started watching the sequels. I was not complaining on behalf of myself. I was complaining on behalf of the general consensus. Do 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 do. If I don't get sleepy, I might watch One Division when it goes live. Wonder if it'll be a longer episode or because it's got a lot to wrap up. So be curious. I'm not angry at the movie; it's just disappointed. Yeah. Fear the Walking Dead right to pen new Star Trek movie. Ugh. Binge time this weekend. How dare you, Tyler? How dare you? Just know it means more Star Trek content on the channel, which I know you love. It's your favorite. Da 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 da. Oh wait, hold on. I can't do it on that page apparently. I had at least 27 and 28 by Saturday. Didn't I put up something? Oh, I did. Maybe I just meant to and didn't. Oh no, there's nothing there. Upload files. What have I got in here? 26 and 27 is what I've got downloaded and ready to go. Here. They're going. If the stream quality tanks, it's David's fault. Okay. Oh, alright. Well, that counts at least slightly as work. Because it is in the pursuit of content. Oh, actually, shouldn't put that away yet. I'm doing it now because I forget. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream because I'm a little bit, getting a little bit sleepy, surprisingly. I didn't think I would be, but I remember to take off 7 minutes for every episode, Elsa, for the end credits. So I'm going to roll the credit just for Elsa to get her name up. I'm going to give David 2 points. We're getting to the end of the stream. Update the points on the board. And then turn off those credits again. Okay. So thank you very much for joining me, for watching Omen 4 with me. As for next stream, probably Saturday, I imagine. Yeah, it's sort of thing where maybe a late stream tomorrow to play some games on Twitch is possible, but next stream on the YouTube probably Saturday. Probably. I missed the credit. Elsa. Littlefoot here. Littlefoot. We have to change the rules a little bit here. It has to be a theme. It has to be a theme that we can do like 4 movies on, David. You can't just pick something stupid that only has 1 movie. Just F, Y, and I. Alright, so thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. I will see you guys next time. How about Andy Sedaris? We did Andy Sedaris once. Thank you very much for joining me. I will see you next time. Good night and goodbye, guys.